In a quiet little village, there lived an elderly man known for his humble life. He owned no farmland, no gold, and no treasure, except for one thing: a magnificent snow-white horse. The horse was more than just an animal to him. It was his friend, his companion, and the only family he had left. Wealthy traders from nearby towns often offered him large sums of money for the horse, but he always shook his head and said, "He's not for sale. You can't put a price on loyalty." The villagers thought he was foolish. "You could live in comfort for the rest of your life," they told him. But the old man only smiled. "Money can buy comfort, but not peace of heart. I am already rich in my own way." One morning, the stable was empty. The white horse was gone. The news spread fast, and soon the villagers crowded around his home. "This is terrible," they said. "If you had sold him, you wouldn't have lost everything." "What bad luck." But the old man simply replied, "Bad luck, good luck. Who can say? Time will tell." 3 days later, the white horse returned, and he wasn't alone. Running beside him were 3 wild horses from the mountains. The villagers were amazed. "You've been blessed. You lost 1 horse and gained 4. This is wonderful luck." But again, the old man said, "Perhaps it's good, perhaps it's not. We can't see the whole story yet." The old man's only son began training the wild horses. But one day, he was thrown off and broke his leg badly. "Oh no," the villagers cried. "First you lose your horse, then your son gets hurt. Such misfortune." The old man only nodded and said, "Sometimes pain is just a door to something we cannot yet see." Weeks later, the kingdom went to war. Soldiers came to take every able-bodied young man to the battlefield. All the village sons were taken, except one. The old man's son was spared because of his broken leg. The villagers stood in silence. For the first time, they understood. "You were right," they said. "What we thought was bad luck saved your son's life." The old man looked at them gently. "Life is like the wind. Sometimes it brings storms, sometimes it carries blessings. But both are part of the same journey. What seems like a curse today may protect you tomorrow. Everything happens for a reason." Moral of the story: in life, we often judge events too quickly. We label them as good or bad without knowing the whole picture. Sometimes the very thing that hurts us is the thing that saves us. Be patient. Trust the process. What is meant for you will always find its way. Pushpin, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more inspiring tales.